Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another Track My Scrappy Life where I show you my bullet journaling for the week. So I left some of the areas undone so that you could see it. And I do a lot of pencil doodling before I do it, and then on camera I'll take my actual pen just so I can kind of have it mapped out. This particular month I am doing everything the same way. So I did 5 blocks on top and 6 all the way through, and then the bottom has 5 blocks. And that's going to be my Monday through Sunday. And what I decided to do here is to do 3 block type styles right here, and I left them as a square. Now I decided to do more, I guess a little bit easier of a tracking. Like I'm trying to get this down. Like I'm not quite for sure how I want it to look or kind of like any of that sort. I'm still trying to learn a little of it. And I absolutely love the eraser I have. Now I do have to say that I'm going to have to like buy this stock or in bulk because I do love this. It's the High Polymer eraser by Pentel. I got it out of Hobby Lobby and I love this eraser. Absolutely love it. So this week I decided to do more of the lantern theme for the new year. So it's kind of like the lunar year. I know that last week's I did more just kind of like everyday type stickers, and this time I decided to add just a little bit extra and start to doodle more in the bullet journaling in there. So that's what this is. So I really hope that you like this type of an idea. I know I truly did, but it's not for everybody. I do have to say I'm not very good at free. I can do, stamps and that type of stuff, obviously, as you can tell, like I can do pretty good with that. But trying to freehand like this was a lot of work for me. It took the pencil drawing a good, I kept that all off the camera because otherwise it would be like super duper fast to keep this at least, at a good amount, like that 12 to 13 minute mark for you guys to see what I'm doing. And I think this took me I think another 30 minutes. So total, this came out to about an hour for me to sit here and get my journaling done. And it's just because I did a lot more pizzazz to it, I guess, than I did last week's. Last week didn't take me long at all, but that was because I kept it pretty simple and easy for me anyway. And what I did is I did draw a bunch of lanterns that are all different sizes, just hanging out. And then in the smack dab of it, which is right where I'm at, I put down week 2, because obviously it's week 2. And I promise you, I do come back in and do the week, and I get the number 2 on there because I color that in instead. And there you go. And once you get to see the coloring come into play, you'll see that the week 2 pops out pretty good. And here I come. Now this is where I start to put down my stuff. Now, all of my items are either close to my heart or Catherine Pooler's. I'll leave my affiliated link down below. I do absolutely love her products. Again, I am getting her monthly stuff in, and January's did kick out for the month of February. So I'm excited for that. And so far, I do love how these stamps come in and how gorgeous they are. They're easy to use. The one thing I do like about these is no matter how many colors I use on these, they don't leave the funky film, the cult residue left over. And they're pretty seasoned. I mean, this is the 3rd or 4th time that I've used them because there's some things that I didn't do on camera yet that I have used and have done with these just because I'm trying to get my bearings, if that's the lack of better term, on how to bullet journal. And you guys are following right along with me. There are things that I'm just not for sure if this is what I want to do, if it's going to turn out okay or not. And This one surprised me. I was surprised I was able to do all the freehand that I did and also still incorporate my stamps. Now, I do have, the one thing I don't have and I won't get because I am very particular to my blocks. Now, my stamping blocks, they all come from Stampin' Up. I absolutely love them. They are amazing. If you want to know more information on them, they have an amazing carrying case, so everything is put together. The reason why I have this little tub out is I ordered all of the extra sizes that I normally know that I'm going to use, like 5 or 6 different types of stamps that are the same. That's what's in that tub. So those are my duplicates. That's how much I love them, and I will not change who I get mine from. Because it's got the rounded edge, I just love them. So if you want to know more information, I will link it down below. Or message me as well, comment below, message me, because I have a consultant that I go through and I absolutely love her. And now here you'll start to see me go back and forth to see what I need. And again, I'll link everything down. This was January's Club Canvo, I think is what it's called. And now it's available for people to purchase if they would like. I just get a discount because I'm on her monthly thing. So it's pretty cool. And I am not a design team member or any of that sort of hers. I just got hooked. And I absolutely love that I got hooked on her products. And I'm just going through these little things here and placing everything down. So I'm kind of going between my journal that I have and my monthly spread. Because I did add a couple things here and there. And I'm still trying to remember that I have my monthly spread instead of using my planner. So I linked down when my daughter has school or doesn't have school, which this particular week she's back in school. Yay! I've had her home all this week and now she's getting ready to go back. So Monday is her first day back. And then I marked down with different types of snowflakes where I'm working at because I work 2 jobs. Outside of my business that is this, my brand, I also work. I substitute teach, and I'm working on my teaching certificate to be able to teach full time. And then I work, what I have done was my career or passion, I should say. It was not my passion. It was more of a career set that I just got into at a young age, and I've stayed in it. And I'm in my 2019, about my 19th year now, somewhere around there, of retail. And so the darker stamps that you saw, the snowflakes, that's when I'm working those days, and then the other days I'm substituting. And then I place down, like off camera, I place down when we get paid, you know, like payday and that kind of stuff, which it's just a mark down just for something to put on the page because I've done that. So this is what I decided to do differently on my reading. Now, I will have a bonus video here because I was going to link this separate. But then I realized, you know what, you guys can see this too, all together at the same time. Why do I need to make 2 separate videos, okay? So what I decided to do with my reading and my YouTube channel is still on there. I put down all of the stuff that I am going to do. And then what I did is that for reading, I flip back and forth. I wrote down all of my audibles that I listen to while I'm at the exchange or in between substitute teaching. They have planning sessions that I don't have to worry about going to the meetings to because I'm just a substitute. And I've gone through those books and I listen to them as well. Or I bring my Kindle and I read. So I have 1 book on Kindle. Normally, I only have 1 Audible going at a time, but I ended up getting the series messed up, so I had to backtrack. And so technically right now I've got 2 Audibles going, and then I do have a physical book as well. So yes, I keep myself very busy with my reading because if I don't have it, you won't see the content that you're seeing right now. Like I can't function without it. My husband can even tell that I haven't read or whatever. It's just part of me. And so what I am doing differently is that throughout the months of 2019, I'm going to track how many pages that I read. So I go back into Goodreads or on Amazon, depending on wherever it is, which almost every book is on Goodreads. So I go on to Goodreads and I find how many pages they are, because the bonus video that you see coming up is right here. I made a coffee cup, and all of those little spots that you see down there that I pulled off that block and is stamping is the months of this year. So what I'm going to do is that during my weekly spread, when I finish a book in that month, I'm going to write down how many pages the book was for the amount. And then I'm going to, at the end of every month, come back in and color this and put down what the amount of pages I read for the month. So that gives me a good tracking on top of me tracking the books I've read as well. And I found an inspiration of this. You can't find a reading log tracker really, other than like the bookshelves that you log like what book you are using. So I went on and I happened to find a bunch of mood trackers. And I decided, instead of doing a mood track, like how everybody needs to track their mood, I decided to track my reading log. So I broke this down into 12 different months, and I stamped it down like what you're seeing. And right now you're seeing me draw up the lines and then the coffee cup. So it ends up turning out to be a coffee cup, and I'm going to log it that way. So here are the still shots, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.